and nothing but time.
Mark acquired.
Welcome guys to the full visual and gameplay update rework of Akali. I am so excited to be sharing with you guys the new and improved Season 8 full Akali rework. I know all of you guys have been wondering how the new Akali works, so without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Just a small disclaimer, I did record all this at Riot on their playtest servers, so some of the things may be unfinished or unpolished, for example like the tooltips or the names of the spells, but I did clarify that in the video. Alright guys, firstly we have Akali's new passive, Assassin's Mark. Hitting a champion with any of your spells causes a circle to form around where the enemy was hit. Running any distance out of the circle causes your next auto attack to be empowered, dealing bonus magic damage, gaining double the attack range, and restoring 10 energy. Next up, Akali's new Q, 5-point strike. Akali's new Q does magic damage in an AoE cone, slowing enemies at the tip of her Q, as you can see in her spell's range indicator. If her Q is cast at full energy, she gets a very useful heal. The slow in Akali's Q can also be very useful towards activating her passive. And now, onto Akali's new Shroud. Akali's Shroud has received significant changes in comparison to the previous iteration, in some ways for the better, in some ways for the worse. Akali's new Shroud drops a spreading cover of smoke that expands throughout its time being active and can now morph and mix into whatever terrain it's near as it expands around it. It now also restores energy instead of costing energy. Akali can now also leave and re-enter the smoke a few times to extend the duration of her Shroud by just a small amount. Oh, and did I mention one thing? Nothing can reveal Akali in Shroud now. No pink wards, no Lee Sin Q or Kaisa W or Morgana ult, not even turrets can reveal Akali in her Shroud now. And I know what you're thinking, that's like ridiculously overpowered, right? Well, with these new buffs, there are also clear nerfs to her new Shroud. The Shroud duration is down from 8 seconds to 5, she no longer has a blink on her Shroud, her movement speed buff within the Shroud is down from 100% at rank 5, and there is no longer a 30% slow to enemy champions within the Shroud. So is this new Shroud better? Depends on the situation. With the new Akali and her new kit, I would say it definitely is better. Now for Akali's E, Shuriken Flip. Akali shoots out a Shuriken, or as I like to say Ninja Star, dealing physical damage and marking the enemy it hits. If she marks a target, she is then able to dash to them, dealing the same amount of damage again. Throwing out her shuriken causes her to flip backwards, which can be used to dash over small walls or other terrain for a quick escape or to even secure a kill. If Akali's E hits part of her Shroud, she marks the Shroud and can dash to that as well for even more outplay potential. And conveniently, Akali's backwards flip she gets from casting her E works perfectly with activating her passive. And finally, Akali's new ultimate, renamed Perfect Execution. Akali's new ultimate consists of 2 dashes that don't require you to target anything, meaning you can ult over walls, into the fog of war, or wherever else you want to. The first dash from her ultimate does flat physical damage to all targets hit, and does a very brief micro stun to each target hit. The second dash executes, dealing flat magic damage, plus a significant amount of bonus magic damage based off of the target's missing health. Alright guys, now that we finished up with the spells, let's get on to the actual gameplay. I managed to get in several games with the Riot playtesting team, which are all mostly diamond or higher players, so we've definitely managed to get a bunch of good clips for you guys, and I'm going to try to explain some of them, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the commentary. Alright guys, so as you can see, in this situation we are defending the turret 2v1 until Rammus shows up for a gank. What I try to do is get the initial part of my combo up by ulting in, and then trying to Shroud as fast as possible. We do manage to get the Shroud off after being stunned, and we're able to pick up a double kill. And in this fight, we knew the enemy team was doing Baron off of an earlier ward we had before they cleared it out. So what I want to do here is get my E onto them so that I can eventually dash in. I want to go into Shroud as fast as possible. Obviously, nothing can reveal you anymore. Just create a distraction, get my passive procs, get my Qs off on whoever I can since it does AoE damage. Eventually, I do decide to ult out because I don't want to risk dying, and my team is able to help me clear them out for a clean ace. And honestly, in this next clip, I just wanted to test my limits and see if I could flash it into 3 people under turret. It turned out to just work out because my team was so ahead, and you can pretty much just see some pretty funny dashes going on between Warwick's Q and my E. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that. And really quick, I'm just going to slow down this clip to explain what happened in case you guys are like, whoa, what the heck? Basically, I used my E, I dashed backwards and marked the Warwick who followed me dashing backwards with his Q. After he died, I then used my E again, dashed onto his dead body, and that's pretty much why that whole situation happened if you guys, couldn't follow along. And here in this next clip, you can see a perfect example of the new Akali Shroud's powers. I'm no longer worried about Warwick suppressing me because that used to reveal you in Shroud, but as long as I know it's under me, I can attack him freely because if he does suppress me, I go invisible and Echo is not able to do anything. When Echo tries to use his ult, I zone use that. And other than that, I try to chase him down, miss the ult over the wall, and yeah, that's pretty much it. My team cleans up and we're able to win yet another fight. Alright, so in this next clip, I just wanted to share something a little interesting. Remember when I said nothing reveals Akali in her Shroud? Yeah, I meant it. Nothing reveals Akali in her Shroud. And for this next fight, nothing really fancy happens, but this is kind of what you can expect to be doing as an Akali in a Baron fight. Obviously nothing crazy happens, no superior mechanical outplays, but this is how you catch people out, how you go for a standard one-shot combo, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And here we have one of my absolute favorite one-shot clips for a reason that might not be too obvious. I'm going to slow this clip down after the first run so you guys can see exactly what happened. If you look really closely, my ult went right through Jinx, which activated my passive. I ended up landing outside of the passive circle's range, so I got my passive ready to go for my auto attack to proc. My Gunblade hits her at the same exact time as my auto attack, my Lichbane procs, everything lines up perfectly along with electrocutes, and we're able to just make her drop dead instantly, even though we're actually not that fed. And now, before I show off all the skins, I just wanted to quickly go over how I think she's going to play in lower ranks, higher ranks. Is she going to be a good champion to pick up for solo queue and all that stuff? Because I know a lot of you guys out there are very curious about that. So I'm just going to go straight to the point. I think that Akali is going to take more skill now to master. Overall, she isn't this simple champion that throws a Q and you have to auto attack. You don't just Q auto to one-shot people anymore. It takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of skill, but at the same time, it is much more rewarding. I think someone that plays 10, 20, 50, 100 games of the new reworked Akali that you're seeing now in this video will do better than someone who has played any equal amount of games of the previous Akali, or any of the previous Akalis. She is now at a stage in which she can outplay anyone. She is so much more fun to play. She's not a brainless champion like she used to be, and overall I think that this will be one of the most successful and one of the best, most fun reworks Riot has ever done. Will she be good in lower elos like bronze and silver? Yes, definitely, but you have to learn how to use the combos. You can't just go into rank first time. You should probably watch a guide or at least play a few normal games. Will she be good in high elo? I'm almost positive people are going to start picking her in the LCS or other pro leagues because of the fact that nothing can reveal her in Shroud anymore. She has so much potential to carry. We may end up seeing her in Worlds this year. Alright guys, and here we have all the rework skins. They are all absolutely beautiful in my opinion, especially compared to the previous version of these skins that were pretty much just like color overs. These skins are just so beautiful. They have animation and particle effects. Some of them have different sounds, and yeah, they are overall just so beautiful. And the fact that Riot's not increasing the price of any of the skins for this rework is insane because they should all honestly probably be minimum 975. Infernal Akali, Blood Moon, and Headhunter should probably be around 1820 or 1850 or whatever. But yeah, here you go. Check it out. They're so nice. And yeah, cue the background music.
Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
Whatever happened to the happiness?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the footage for Headhunter Akali, but definitely be on the lookout for that. That might be my actual favorite skin now, so check that out. And lastly, the final thing I want to show you guys are her emotes.
Make this fast or really fast. Choice is yours.
And there you have it, guys. That was the Season 8 reworked Akali full reveal and spotlight. Everything from her new spells to her new skins to the immense amount of mobility the new Akali provides has me extremely excited to start playing her on the Rift and outplaying literally everyone. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I plan on making a ton of full gameplays, build challenges, and of course an ultimate Akali guide that will yet again be the best League of Legends guide for any champion on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the video as it really helps me out a lot. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and I will see you in a new video. Peace.